Join me as I dive into the drama of LeAndria Johnson confronting Pastor Creflo Dollar at 42. Can she stand her ground and share her truth? LeAndria Johnson and Pastor Creflo Dollar are no strangers to controversy, but their encounter at 42 has left many wondering what really went down. This isn't just about two celebrities clashing, it's about the impact their confrontation could have on their fans and the wider community. The stakes are high and the drama is real. At 42 years old, gospel star LeAndria Johnson has finally broken her silence, and the name she mentioned shocked everyone. For years, whispers followed her rise, her struggles, and her very public falls. But now, LeAndria is no longer dodging the question people have been afraid to ask out loud. Did one of the most powerful pastors in America play a role in her pain? And why is this confrontation happening now after years of rumors, sermons, and silence? What you're about to hear connects dots the church world never wanted connected. For years, LeAndria Johnson has been one of the most gifted yet controversial voices in gospel music. From winning Sunday Best to delivering raw, soul-stirring performances, her talent was never in question. But alongside the anointing came very public struggles. Battles with addiction, social media meltdowns, cancelled performances, and moments that left fans confused and divided. At the same time, Pastor Creflo Dollar stood as one of the most influential figures in modern Christianity. A global ministry, massive following, and a theology that shaped how millions viewed faith, money, and accountability. To many, he represented spiritual authority. To others, controversy. What happens when a wounded artist and a powerful pastor's influence collide? In this video, we're going to break down what LeAndria Johnson has hinted at, what she has directly said, and what insiders claim has been happening behind closed church doors for years. We'll examine the moments that led up to this confrontation, the sermons and statements that raised eyebrows, and why this situation is exploding now, not 10 years ago, not 5 years ago, but right now. This isn't about rumors for the sake of drama. It's about documented moments, public statements, and a pattern that many believe has been ignored for too long. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why LeAndria's words are sending shock waves through the gospel community and why this story is far from over. To understand why this confrontation carries so much weight, we have to rewind to who LeAndria Johnson was before the world knew her name. Long before the scandals, the Instagram lives, and the controversy, LeAndria was simply known as a powerhouse vocalist with a church upbringing rooted deeply in gospel tradition. Music wasn't just her talent, it was her survival. She grew up surrounded by faith, but also by real-life struggles that shaped her emotionally and spiritually. That rawness would later become both her greatest strength and her biggest vulnerability. When she won Sunday Best in 2010, it felt like a divine breakthrough. Millions watched as she sang with a pain that felt authentic, unpolished, and deeply human. Gospel fans didn't just hear her voice, they felt her wounds. Industry leaders immediately saw her as the next big thing in gospel music. And with that came expectations that went far beyond singing. Almost overnight, LeAndria was no longer just an artist. She became a symbol, a role model, a representative of holiness in an industry that often pretends broken people don't exist. And that's where the pressure began to crack her foundation. Behind the scenes, those close to LeAndria have said she struggled with the sudden shift from being ministered to being expected to minister flawlessly. There was little room for mistakes, little grace for healing in public, and almost no patience for relapse or emotional breakdowns. Tensions have been simmering between Johnson and Dollar for a while, with both having strong personalities and not being afraid to speak their minds. The air was thick with anticipation as they faced off, each side ready to present their case. It was clear that this wasn't going to be a polite conversation. Their confrontation touches on deeper issues within the church and the Christian community, with questions of accountability and truth being central. The controversy surrounding their encounter has sparked heated debates, with some defending Johnson's right to speak out and others supporting Dollar's stance. At the heart of the matter is a complex web of beliefs, loyalties, and personal convictions. Understanding the background of both LeAndria Johnson and Creflo Dollar is crucial to grasping the significance of their confrontation. Both have built followings based on their strong beliefs and charismatic presence. LeAndria Johnson has built a reputation for being unapologetically honest, while Creflo Dollar has been known for his prosperity gospel teachings. Their previous interactions have been cordial at best, but this confrontation marks a turning point. The beliefs they hold dear have sometimes put them at odds with other Christian leaders and followers. This confrontation is not just about them, it reflects broader tensions within Christian communities. The drama leading up to their confrontation has been intense. The question on everyone's mind is what sparked this explosive encounter. The pivotal moment came when LeAndria Johnson directly challenged Creflo Dollar's teachings. Her words cut deep, and his reactions were telling. In that moment, it was clear that there was no going back. Dollar's responses were laced with a mix of defensiveness and attempts to turn the tables. The air was charged with emotion as both parties stood firm. The confrontation was as intense as it was enlightening. Key quotes from that day have been circulating, giving us a glimpse into the raw emotions and strong convictions at play. In the aftermath, it's clear that this encounter has left a lasting impact. The implications of their confrontation extend far beyond the two of them. So, what are the main takeaways from this explosive encounter? At its core, it's about the power of speaking truth to power and the importance of standing by one's convictions. If you're still trying to process everything that went down, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. For more insights into this and other controversial topics, be sure to check out our next video. Thanks for the watching and subscribe.